Okay everybody, let's get this one kicked off, because it is a long one. If you didn't notice by the video length, it is a hell of a long one. This is a 4th gen match I had against Liketehtubez, formerly known as JKB43, which is why he appears like that on the screen currently. Essentially, the history behind this match is Xerxes has been challenging people, as many people will know, and I am one of those people that he has sent out a challenge to. Now, we actually had the game today, Xerxes and I had our game today, and the team that I was using against him was pretty much the same team that I used in this match. This was actually a test battle that I had last night in preparation for my match with Xerxes, so it was kind of a testing ground to see what would work. In essentiality, I'm using my Sandstorm team. However, because Xerxes specified that he wanted a Mixtier battle, I had to juggle some balls, get through some hoops, and change a couple of members up so that everything worked. Now, the format is 2 overused pokes, 2 underused, and 2 never used. So it meant that I had to exchange a few guys and stuff. But I don't want to make this game any longer than it currently is. So how about you say let's just jump straight into the battle and get through with it. Okay, so here we go. Leading off with Mrs. T as per usual. I see a Shadow Widow. I think, what the fuck does that thing do? And I hear alarm bells in my head, and I'm thinking sub, because I'm probably faster and I can see what he does. So go for the sub. He wood hammers. There's no recoil damage. First of all, I believe that that's because of the substitute that he didn't get recoil damage, but I think later on I discovered that he has the ability, which is whatever head it's called, some ability which stops recoil from happening. So protect another Woodhammer, going to go to Heatran, the safe switch in, and it's going to take practically nothing from it. Now, I am not sure if this guy is choiced or not, so I want to find out if he is choiced. I'm going to switch right out to my nubs and to find out whether he is or not. Turns out he isn't choiced, so that switch was definitely beneficial to me. I don't think an Earth Power would have killed him from that range, even though I'm scarfed. I didn't think Heatran would be able to take him out, so went to nubs, and I actually dodged a Stone Edge, which I did not expect, and managed to get a knockoff onto this Shadow Widow to get rid of his sash. Now, of course, Stone Edge is going to be a huge threat to my Shuckle, so I don't want to take one of those. Got pretty fortunate in the miss there, and obviously Stone Edge being one of the worst moves in the game, you know, it's always going to miss sometime or the other. I think Focus Blast is only, you know, a move that's worse than it, but I'm gonna go and stay in here, which I guess wasn't the greatest thing I could have done. I had a Don fan I could have gone to take the Stone Edge, but I really just wanted to get an Encore on him to make sure he didn't switch up his moves, so that when I bring in Don fan he can't suddenly go for a Wood Hammer and screw me over. And I know that he hasn't got rocks up yet, so Nubs is safe to switch out. So I go into Don fan, and I either want to get up my own rocks or just hit him with an Earthquake. I think at this point I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rock, because it is going to be beneficial to me in the long run. So I go for it, and I see Militic, and I think, crap, because there is a lot of things on this team which cannot take a Militic, and obviously my Don fan is one of them, so I do not want to be staying in here. Now, I know Shuckle can take on Militic. As long as I'm able to bring Shuckle in on a different special attacker, I know I can rest up and be at good enough HP to tackle the Militic, but I can't safely switch to it right now, which means I'm going to have to go to my Porygon 2. Now, he does carry Toxic, and although I was half predicting the Toxic, I didn't want to risk the switch to Heatran. Even if I did go to Heatran and dodge the Toxic, I would have been afraid of a Surf, and none of Heatran's moves would have been able to do jack diddly anything to this Militic. So, to be honest, I don't really know what it wants to do apart from Toxic me. I guess it's going to Toxic me, then recover and Surf stall me to death. I do carry Trick Room, but it's kind of pointless. Now, in my battle versus Xerxes, I am going to switch out this Porygon 2 to something else, which, you know, you'll find out eventually when that battle gets posted eventually. But Porygon 2 really wasn't very useful in this match for me at all. He ended up not doing anything, and it's basically just going to be a stall here between P2 and Militic, and I just constantly have in the back of my mind thoughts about what I'm going to bring into this Militic. There's a lot of stuff that is not going to be able to hit it very hard, and I'm just afraid of it. I'm just plain afraid of it. I'm thinking T-Tar can kind of come in and with its special defense take serfs relatively well, set up a sub maybe, and in that case I could go for a T-Bolt. I don't know how much a T-Bolt would do to this Militic, how specially invested he is, but T-Tar isn't going to be my best option. I've got Dugtrio, who obviously with the Choice Band is going to do a nice amount with Earthquake, and if I can get him to within maybe mid-orange and hopefully let him kill one of my guys and not get a recover back up, then that would be perfect, because if he goes down to mid-orange I can bring Dugtrio into Revenge and take him out with a Choice Banded EQ, but otherwise not many of my guys can do anything. I do however have Shuckle, and I know that Shuckle will probably be my saving grace in this match if I'm going to be able to get him in safely on a different special attacker and go for a rest at some point along the line. Then I can, you know, wall this Militic as well as I really could really. So he's going to sort of speed up the stalling by getting a crit surf there, something that he didn't actually want to do because it leaves him open and exposed. As you can see, his health isn't at max anymore. He would have probably wanted to come out of that exchange a lot better and hopefully have his HP back to full. Unfortunately it's not going to happen because you know, he gets the crit there, so kind of weird that it doesn't work out in his favour. In any case, Porygon 2, it just wasn't really going to cut it for the rest of this match. It wasn't really doing anything much, and I didn't really feel like it was very useful to the overall synergy of the team. So as I said for the match with Xerxes, it is replaced with another guy who actually does a lot better, but as I said, we'll find that out when that match gets posted. So at this point I'm thinking, you know what, I get a free switch into Nubs, I don't have to take a Surf, and I know I can live a Surf, so I'm going to go for the rest as he switches out to his Sudowoodo. Now this is going to scare me out again because this thing is just, really not good. Now, I didn't notice that Trick Room hadn't ended, so in that case I probably could have gone to my T-Tar and set up a free substitute on his Militic, but you know, whatever, it didn't really matter. Here he makes an excellent prediction. I guess it was kind of obvious that I didn't want to stay in and take a Stone Edge with Shuckle, so I'm going to go to my Donphan, and he does get the Wood Hammer off on me. As you can see, he takes no recoil from it, showing that he does have that ability. Still can't remember what the ability is called, maybe someone could leave in the comments and let me know, but I'm going to go for the Earthquake here, and if it's not enough to take it out, I'm pretty sure that an Ice Shard will be enough to take it out. And looking at his health there, I think that an Ice Shard should be okay, so I'm not really too worried about it, and hopefully can pick him off here. Go for the Ice Shard, and it is able to take him out with a crit. Don't know how much that mattered really, not too sure, but in any case I don't think it mattered that much, seeing as my Donphan is at relatively low HP. I could have picked off his Sudowoodo with any other poke, and his Militic's going to come in here and pretty much take me out. I could go to Shuckle here. I can't remember if I do or not, if I want to save Donphan for later or not. Kind of a poor move on my part that I don't go to Shuckle. I think saving Donphan would have been beneficial, maybe could have helped against some of his other guys, but hey, you know, maybe an over prediction on my part and predicting him to go for something else or do a double switch, I don't even know. I kind of just wanted some Earthquake damage on him, wasn't going to happen, and Donphan goes down, which is kind of a pain, but I did get rocks up, so that is beneficial. So I'm going to go to Heatran here, and I'm going to try and bluff the explosion, and hopefully he switches to something else. In fact, I carry Hidden Power Electric, and I'm going to go for it here, and it doesn't quite take him down, and he's actually going to get a recover off. So the stalling is really not something that I am enjoying right now. You know, Militic is a really bulky poke, and the one problem I have with things with these bulky waters, Vaporeon, Suicune, Militic, all these guys, is that you can't one-hit KO them easily, which is why they're so useful in-game, because you can just stall and recover, and it really just is very hard to take down. So here he's going to go straight out to his Claydol, and I'm guessing he wants to set up his Stealth Rock. Really, I don't see any other thing he wants to do, apart from maybe Spin, which, yes, I guess he wanted to get rid of my Stealth Rock before he lays down his. So, yeah, good play on his part, managed to get in his Spinner, and now it means that his other guys are not going to be affected by the Stealth Rock, which is going to be a pain for me in a few areas. Now, I do go out to my Mrs. T, and I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse on the Claydol as he switches into Manectric, which doesn't take it very favourably, and I don't think he can do much to me. I go onto Smogon and I check out Manectric and I think, there's nothing. He can't really threaten me. It doesn't carry hidden power fighting a lot of the time. It can't get focus blast. So I think, it generally runs sort of choice sets. So I'm thinking this will either be Specs or Scarf. In any case, I know that with the special defense boost from the Sand, I can live with enough to set up a sub. Probably not the best idea on my part. I guess going for a Dark Pulse to just plain take him out would have been better. But, I don't know. I don't know really why I set up a sub. I should have just gone for the straight kill, and I just end up wasting more of my HP in the process, which really wasn't very good at all. It's not going to help me. So not good. However, he doesn't have anything that looks too threatening to my Tyranitar so far until he brings in this Infernape. Now, obviously Infernape is going to be a huge, terrible problem for me if I can't get rid of it easily. I don't want to switch in anything to take a close combat. Really don't. There's nothing I can go to. I'm just going to stay in as death fodder, and fortunately for me, he actually goes for the U-turn, which allows me to get switch advantage on him as he brings in his Milotic. Unfortunately, he brings in his Milotic, of course, which, as you know by now, is a royal pain in my ass, and something that I just can't get rid of easily. So, I'm going to go to Nubs. It is my last line of defense, in essentiality, and I want to wake up here and hopefully get off a Toxic on him. I am not afraid of activating Marvel Scale, because even if I do activate Marvel Scale, I'm not going to be doing anything much with him to him with Dugtrio or any physical attackers. So the best thing for me to do is just wait in here, try and wake up, and whatever. So he goes out to his Claydol. At this point, I'm pretty sure he's going to set up the rocks, and he does. So I'm going to get the Wake Up, and I get the Encore on him, which is perfect because he's stuck in Stealth Rock now. Now, I'm not quite sure whether he knew about the mechanics of Encore, but Encore allows you to switch out, so I was really kind of surprised when neither did he switch out, nor did he just, do anything. I'm really surprised he stayed in Stealth Rock and kept using Stealth Rock pointlessly. Maybe he just didn't want anything else to take a knockoff or anything to take a Toxic, but I'm going to get the Toxic off on him. I'm going to skip ahead here. This is after my 5 or 6 turns, and he eventually goes down to the Toxic. Really don't know what the deal was there. I really don't understand why he stayed in. Makes no sense to me, but each to their own, I guess. Now, he is going to bring in Infernape, and I'm praying he doesn't have the Stone Edge, but he is Choice Banded! And he has the Stone Edge. This is horrible. This is very, very bad. If he manages to hit another Stone Edge, I'm done. That's me out for the count. I am good game. That's over. Cannot do a thing. So I have to literally stay in here, pray that it misses, or maybe just go to something else to take it. I'm just thinking, what the hell can I go to? I don't really have anything I want to go to. Nothing really is useful as death fodder. It's just too much for me to think about. I do consider going to Dugtrio, but his first Stone Edge misses, which is great. That's perfect. One Stone Edge miss isn't going to do me any good, whatever. If the second one misses, however, that is going to be a huge deal, and it does. So I was like, shit, son, that didn't just happen. Stone Edge missed twice in a row. What the freaking hell just happened? Kind of crazy. But that is why I said at the start of the game, Stone Edge is one of the worst moves in the game. It just misses when you need it to hit. And so I'm going to go into my Dugtrio here, probably what I should have gone to in the first place to take the predicted Stone Edge. Overall, I probably should have just gone straight to this guy because I can hit him with a Choice Banded Earthquake and I'm going to outspeed. I know that he is Choice Banded himself, not Scarfed, so that's really going to be beneficial to me to take him out. But hell, that Stone Edge miss was freaking just, what the Jesus Christ just happened. So, he is going to go out to his Zapdos here. He's going to pull a double switch on me and predict my switch back into Shuckle and go to his Milotic, I believe. I actually go to Heatran here as he pulls the double switch and goes to his Milotic, his last guy. And, oh wow, I've just noticed okay, I'm not even going to say anything, but I've just noticed something. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say. So Heatran is in here, and I'm not going to do anything to this Milotic. All I want to do really is wear him down as much as I can with Hidden Power Electrics. Obviously he can stall me out for a bit. If he doesn't take me out with the Surf, then he's obviously going to stay in it, and he's going to want to recover up back to a point where he'll be at a respectable amount, and can continue stalling forever and ever and ever and ever forever and ever until I get bored and decide to either run away or anything else. But I believe at this point all I have left is Dugtrio, Heatran and Shuckle, so it's just really a case of waiting for him to kill me where I can bring in Shuckle safely, and at that point I know that Surf is going to do absolutely squat to Shuckle in the sand. You know, that's why 900 special defense is my bestest friend in the world, and yeah, so I think he's just going to go for the Surf here. No, he doesn't. He's going to be even safer and he just wants to get full HP and to an amount where he can take the least amount of damage and take me out within the same turn, and that is going to be this turn because Hidden Power Electric is not going to do enough where it's going to be threatening at all, and it's going to take him down to, you know, maybe 3/4 or whatever, but he's going to be able to take me out with a Surf, and now Shuckle is free to come in. I could go to Dugtrio and go for an Earthquake, but it wouldn't take out Milotic, I don't think, especially not from that high health. I don't know how, in general, I don't know how bulky he is, especially and physically, like how much he's invested each way. So I'm going to go to Shuckle. I do take Stealth Rock damage, so my first thought process is to get myself to sleep again, so that I can get back up to full, and once I'm back up to full, then when I wake up, I'll be at a decent amount of HP where I will be able to actually do some damage to him. My camera kind of cut there because I had to transfer it to the laptop because this was such a freaking long match. So here I am going to get the Wake Up. Now I have to pray that either Toxic hits or I go for the knockoff. I decide first of all to go for the knockoff, seeing as there's no chance of it missing and it means I wouldn't have wasted anything. Obviously it's not going to happen just yet. It's going to happen once I've rested and then be able to wake up the second time, which I've just fast forwarded to here. I wake up, get the knockoff, and at this point it's just stalling, and I fast forward here to a point where I wake up again and get off the Toxic. Obviously he's not critting me. I think he crits me once or twice, but it doesn't make much of a difference overall. No, I don't think there was any crits, but there you go. His Milotic goes down there after stalling. I just basically cut all of that out. All that was me resting while he died from Toxic and knockoff. His last is a Zapdos, which obviously is not going to be able to do anything to Shuckle, and so Shuckle the man wins through once again. Bloody hell, Shuckle, what is wrong with you? You're on steroids or something. King of Stall, the King of Stall, and yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this ridiculously long game. The video's already at like freaking 18 minutes, so I'm gonna just shut up right here and close things out, even with me cutting stuff out. That's a hell of a long match. So look forward to the game with Xerxes. It will be coming up very soon, and you will see this team back in action, and hopefully it'll pull off another win. So until then, I will see all you guys later, and thanks for watching.